To you who are weathering the storm, to you who feel like you're walking through the darkest valley, to you who bear the weight of the world upon your shoulders, I come to you with a promise, a timeless truth whispered throughout the ages. This too shall pass. In the journey of life, there are mountains and there are valleys. There are days of sunshine and there are days of storm. As night follows the day, so too does adversity follow prosperity. But remember this, as surely as the day follows the night, so too does deliverance follow adversity. For every storm you weather, a rainbow awaits. This, my friends, is the cycle of life. Every storm, no matter how fierce, how devastating, has to end. Every hurricane, regardless of its power, eventually dissipates. Your storm, too, has an expiration date. This, too, shall pass. Consider the story of Job, a man with unwavering faith, a man of unyielding righteousness, a man beset by every conceivable tragedy. His wealth, his children, his health, all taken from him. His plight seemed unbearable, his sorrow unimaginable. Yet he remained steadfast, his faith unshaken. In the end, he was restored twofold. His latter days were more blessed than his beginning. Our life is like tapestry. It is woven with threads of different colors, different textures, different lengths. Some threads are vibrant, symbolizing our joys and triumphs. Some threads are dull, representing our sorrow and disappointment. But every thread, every moment, every event is necessary. They come together to create a tapestry of immeasurable beauty, a story of incomparable depth. Each thread serves its purpose. We may question, we may doubt, we may even despair. But in time, the purpose will become clear. In time, we will see that every tear was a lesson, every heartbreak a stepping stone, every setback a setup for a comeback. In time, we will see that what was meant for our harm, God used for our good. Do not allow the winds of worry to topple your faith. Do not let the waves of doubt flood your hope. Stand firm. Stand assured in the promise that this too shall pass.
I've got good news. Jesus said, my peace give I unto thee. Not the peace of the world, but the peace which passeth all understanding. With global warming and everything else going on, and people shooting and people fighting on planes and all kinds of sickness and people dying on respirators, you've got to know in the midst of all of this that God is not taken by surprise, that he chose us to go through this. And he wouldn't have chosen us to go through this if we didn't have what it takes to go through this. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and I have chosen what to try you with, and I have chosen what to crush you with. And if I thought you couldn't take it, I wouldn't expose you to it. I put you in the middle of it for you to stand up to it.
Do you know that God ain't ever too busy for you? You know that God actually knows who you are? Do you know that God actually created you to converse with him? Do you know that God would actually love to hear from you? Do you know that I like talking to him even when I don't really need nothing? You're not gonna make it without God. If you've tried it so far, tell me how that's working out for you. It sucked, don't it? You need God. Don't you think I got here without it. This is the level of my Christianity. Just get at the level you at. You ain't got to change. God work with you. God take hard people like me and turn them into Christians. God take soldiers like me and turn them into Christians. He take old hoodlums like me and turn them into Christians. He take drug boys and turn them into Christians. He take women off of poles and turn them into Christians. God take women who had children out of wedlock, turn them into Christians. God take anybody that want to be saved, and he saved them. So just like old people used to say, I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody that can save anybody.
We hear a lot about the suffering of Job, all that he went through. Seems like that was his whole life. The entire book of Job is about his struggle. You would think it went on for 40 years. Trouble, heartache, pain. But some commentaries believe the whole struggle was only 9 months. All the sickness, all the trouble didn't last years, it was months. What you think is going to take years, what looks like it's going to be a long time to resolve, like with Job, it's going to happen sooner than you think. That trouble looks permanent, but God is saying it's not going to last very long. You're about to see his hand bring healing, restoration, divine connections, promotion. It's not by your might, not by your power, but by the Spirit of the living God.
You are stronger than your storm. You are more resilient than your trials. You are more capable than your challenges. Your strength is not determined by the number of times you've been knocked down, but by the number of times you've stood up. Your potential is a seed. It may be buried under the weight of your problems. It may be hidden in the shadow of your trials. It may seem insignificant in the face of your challenges. But let me tell you, my friends, the seed has within it an undeniable, unchangeable, unstoppable truth. It is meant to grow, and grow it will. You are growing even when you can't see it. You are progressing even when it feels like you're regressing. You are advancing even when it seems like you're retreating. This too shall pass. Hold on to your faith as if it's the life raft in your storm. Lean on your hope as if it's the pillar in your tempest. Cling to your love as if it's the beacon in your hurricane. You are not alone. You are never alone. The God who created you, who shaped you, who loves you, is with you. He is your refuge in the storm, your shelter in the tempest, your sanctuary in the hurricane. This too shall pass. I urge you to hold on, to keep going, to trust in the divine wisdom of your journey. The road may be tough, but you are tougher. The fight may be long, but you are relentless. The storm may be severe, but your spirit is fiercer. Remember, this too shall pass.